Seiko has such phenomenal loom. Look at the loom on this. Seiko Turtle review, Nutnfancy project. Here's a competitive option in the background. I'll show you that one. I have another one right here. Here's another Seiko with painted hands, and you can still see the hands. Look at that. I showed some light on that about 10 minutes ago, and you can still see the hands. Awesome. Competitive option. You'll see it in the light. Seiko Turtle. And this is an audience member's watch. That's right. A loaner watch sent in for test and review. What do I mean by test? I mean I dove it in the Pacific Ocean. You'll be watching the video, the inset video, on this Seiko Turtle. That's kind of what they call it, I think. The SRP 777. And it is from maxmfs. And I have you guys do this. When you send the watch to me, this is exactly what I want you to do. Use a label maker, tell me the model number of the watch, your name. Because I have a lot of watches. A lot of loaner watches coming in, so I don't want to get them confused. Yeah, so thank you for the loaner watch. So fun to review this. And there still is, for whatever reason, a lot of love for Seiko dive watches in TMP. What, you don't love them, Nutnfancy? I like them. I'm not so sure I'm in love with a lot of their models. I've reviewed several already, the ones I really like. Let me get this out of the way. The turtle, whole turtle thing, the turtle case and how special it is, I'm kind of, okay. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm not going to lie. I told him that in message. I was like, hey, I hope you don't mind when I bring it to tabletop if I'm not over the moon about your watch. He's like, yo, no problem. I did tell him, though, that it dove well. Yeah, it dove well. With the sea urchins, the octopuses, the sharks, and Nutnfancy. I have video of some of that. Some of that. It dove well. No big surprise. No big surprise. This is a 200-meter screw-in crown, legitimate dive watch, says Nutnfancy. Would I dive with it, like really scuba dive with it, like down to 40 feet? No problem. No problem. Everyone's using dive computers, let's be real. But if you want for second cool to wear on your opposite wrist, your Seiko SRP 777, yeah, totally up for the task. Totally up for it. Now, I think you guys will probably like this more than I do. And let me say this. I'm talking about this version. So this is a standard, as you can see, black version of SRP 777 Turtle. It's okay. I don't hate it, but it's just like, It's like, Now, in Joma's shop, soon to be gone. I mean, literally, it will be gone so quick. I've been posting gun content versus watch content, and oftentimes, by the time I get around to it, these watches are bye-bye, at least for my links, and then you'll be on your own. But I did see in Joma's shop the SRPD, I think it was 777K1. That one is in green. That looked awesome. It really kind of caught my eye. And I'm going to show you a green orient that it's going to be the same type of flavor. So, I don't know. Maybe I'd be more in tune with it if the color was right. And I think you guys are the same way. If the color's right, you might be digging it more. And that's why I like Deep Blue so much. And Invicta, because they do some really fun colors. It's not just a standard Seiko black. All right, let's get through the sizing. 44.6 across millimeters, 13 in thickness, 48 lug to lug. A little bit of ocean wear on there, Max. A little bit. You probably had some too. So he's been using this watch as well. And that is a great size, says me. I think the original 1977 Turtle 6309 was smaller. But I prefer this one. Really, and especially if we start looking at the face, and this is why. The one reason I'm not over the moon on the Turtle case is because it does take up a lot of space. Kind of like the Citizen ProMaster. Some of those ProMasters have really big cases, tiny faces. And then we have a big chapter ring in here, so we have a very small effective face on the SRP 777. You guys probably don't care. I do. I don't like it. I like a very steep or no chapter ring if I can get away with it. And I'll just roll this one in. Here's a Grand Diver by Invicta. You saw it in the background. Look, no chapter ring. No chaptering at all. And this is an automatic too. So it has the NH35. Actually, this is a 4R36, but similar. Similar. Yeah, so look at that. No chaptering, big effective face. And then we come back to this one. Let's see, it's the chaptering. Yeah, it is what it is. Then you have the standard Seiko hands on there, which again, I'm sorry, I'm not super fond of. I'm not. I don't like them. I just think they're ugly. And they're covered in shiny metal. The loom, as you saw, is fantastic. Would I hands mod this? If I own this, absolutely. The hands would be better. Actually, what I would do is I would just lose the hands and put on different hands on this. And I think they'll take this hands from a SKX 007-09 series. I'm pretty sure the 4R36 is the same. I could be wrong. But I would probably ditch the hands and put on sword or stick hands on this. And it would help. Non-numeric markings in the face. This is very Seiko-ish, very dive-ish. I mean, heck, the Grand Diver's that way too. It's rare you see full Arabic numerals in there, or even partial. Almost all the dive watches are just going to have circles. They are applied markings. The loom is great, as you saw. Positive display day and date here with the turtle. We have a completely shiny metal seconds hand with a lollipop end at the end. Seems like that should be on the front so we could track the seconds more accurately if we were using them. Don't know. The bezel on here, I'm going to rate it 2.5 to 3 out of 5. It's not great. I'm being honest. I'm not like trying to down this watch. I'm just saying it's not great. You can't hear it very well, right? There's backlash in it. The traction on it is pretty good. I'd rate the traction about 3 out of 5. Another reason I wear gloves. It's okay. It's okay. Some writing in the bottom there. Again, Japanese movement, automatic movement. It is a 4R36, 41 hours of power reserve. Hacks, hand winds, non-exhibition case back. You got some type of C stuff going on in the back. Some type of C stuff. The case back's okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's okay. It's better than some. Should have been an exhibition case back, says me. I mean, damn. Invicta's doing it. Look, you even have like a colorized rotor on that. And that's an NH35A movement right there. You can see it. That's cool. This watch, by the way, is less than this one. Like, this is half price of this one. Yep. Drill through lugs. I love that. That's very cool. Easy strap changes. Now, Max sent me, I'm just calling by a screen name. Max sent me a NATO strap. He's like, we'll dive with a NATO strap if you want. To be honest, though, here comes a really positive thing about this. I love the rubber strap that this comes with. And it's probably silicone, not rubber. It's great. It's non-grabby. They put like a slick finish on it. It's one of the best silicone straps I've seen. Super comfortable under the water. It dried out quickly. It was good above the water. You got some diver accordion expansion straps here. That's what that's for, supposedly. The keeper on this is nonsense. It's ridiculous. It doesn't do anything to keep the strap. That's a bad thing. So I would probably put another silicone keeper on here to really lock it down. Seiko branding on the clasp. There's your Seiko Turtle. Let's see how it winds. Hacks. Yep, quick set date. If I can do this a little bit more. Here we go. There we go. Competitive offerings. Well, I just had this Grand Diver on the table, so I'll show it. Is it as a legit dive watch as this one? Yeah. It is. Screw and crown. I think this is also 200 meter. No, 300 meter rated. I have dove with the Grand Divers, and they are legit. Yeah, bezel, let's check it out. Oh, dude! Backlash. Yep, some backlash. I'll give it 4 out of 5. Really positive. Turtle bezel. Yeah, I mean, guys love Seiko. They love Seiko. Expand your horizons. You might be surprised at what you find. I'm going to give you one competitive offering in the field. It's the one I painted the hands on. And it is a Coke bottle Seiko SPRC 63 Juliet 1. Love this watch. So this is one of the Seikos I'm very much in love with. If you look at the elements of this watch, you can tell. I mean, there's no chapter ring in here. It came with these hands, sword hands, albeit I did paint them. And yes, they are still luminous underneath that paint. Day date. Let's check out the bezel. Kind of the same bezel. I'm going to give this one about a 3 out of 5. I hope I said that in the review. I forget. A little bit of backlash, a lot of backlash. 2.5 out of 5. Yeah, the bezels they're mushy. They feel like they've got grease in them. Both these Seikos. The rest is good though. Orange seconds hand. I did not do anything with that. Applied markers. Great lume on this. Really cool strap. Bracelet. I have dove with this as well, and it did excellent. And exhibition case back, dudes, on the Seiko 5 Sports. This is a Seiko 5 too, I believe. I think the 4R36s are all Seiko 5s. Really cool watch. I love this watch, dude. Love it. Another competitive offering. This is going to go to the Orient lineup, and this is a Triton reviewed. Highly recommended. This is that green version I was talking about when I did the Orient Triton and Kamasu review. Those also were viewer watches that I reviewed. Thank you very much, guys, for sending them to me. Let me review them. Loved it so much that I bought one. Here you go. Cast member now. Yeah, cast member, awesome. And I didn't do anything with this watch. This is as it came out of box. That bezel is blowing away the Seiko. Blowing it away. That bezel is a 4 out of 5, maybe 4.5 out of 5. Look at the orange tip on the seconds hand with lume. The hands are as they came out of box, so they are very stark against that green background. 0 to 15 is orange, dark green on this bezel, dark green on the face, Orient complications. Really nice rose color gold on this. And this is the NATO strap it came with. How cool is that? This was still at Joma Shop, so if you want a really cool dive watch, dude, I'm sorry, I'd get this way over the Turtle. Way over it. Nice automatic movement, 4 o'clock date. And the coloration on that green Turtle looks something like this. So again, if I had that one in real life, it might be a different review. One more competitive offering, then we're going to wrap it up. This one's another Seiko. It's going to be in the stable. So Seiko 5 Sports SRPC 59 Kilo 1, 160, 3.8 ounces, 100 meter, 4413 by 50. There you go. That's a great watch. Great watch. Unmolested. Thank you very much. Unmolested by myself. Non-screw down crown. I think this has a 4R36 as well. I think it does. The bezel, as I recall, is not great on this. Yeah, I wanted to say the bezel is like 2 out of 5. It sucks. It's not good. Seiko, what's up with your bezels, dude? Are you just resting on your laurels? Like all these other guys are blowing you out of the water. To include deep blue. Let's check this Invicta. Here's another Invicta. Oh, dude! Holy crap! That is outstanding. 5 out of 5. Swiss-made Invicta Pro Diver. On my wrist, by the way. On my wrist. One more. I'm going to show you this deep blue. Reaching back in the bin of watches. This is a personality that I'm talking about. Look at this. This is a Gen 2 Master 1000 by Deep Blue. All these sell out so quickly. Bezel action is very, very important for dive watches. It's an indication of quality to most dive enthusiasts. Do you use it? Yeah, I use my bezels all the time. For scuba diving? No. For like timing a meal, something like that. Look at the sword hands on that. Beautiful coloration on this. Exhibition case back, Seiko NH35A movement. Yeah, there you go. Would I buy a turtle in this coloration? No, I would not. I would not. No way. Maybe in the green. Maybe in the green I would. But in this coloration, it just doesn't super excite me. I've talked about the case, the chapter ring, the hands. Really, in a lot of different levels, it misses for me. But that's me. You guys have different tastes. And I have also learned that you guys like the hands as they come. And you do not care if it has shiny metal on it. You actually like it. And that's totally cool. The reason I know this is because I said, hey, Max, again, I'm calling him by screen name. Hey, Max, you want me to hands mod that for you? It's a lot of work, but I will do it. And I can paint your seconds hand any way you want. He's like, no, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I'm like, cool, let's work. Cool. And I will sign it, ocean tested by Nutnfancy on the back. I'll peel your stickers off, send it to you, and give you something in return for loaning me your watch, bro. So if you got a cool watch, you want me to rail on it. I didn't rail on this one. I was pretty fair to it. But maybe I love it, maybe I don't. Contact me through Patreon. You should be a donor. Please be a long-term donor, 2 years or more, and we'll see what happens. It's hard for me to go to the ocean and test these. It's expensive and time-consuming, and I try to get a batch of watches when I go and do it so it can be more cost-effective for me. But who knows? Maybe I'll dive your watch like I did this SRP 777, and maybe it will do awesome. It did great in the water. And maybe I will love it. Nutnfancy.